It brings me back to some of the best memories of my life. I mean, you know, that team and those teams are special, and for me, you know, the root of that is Greg and having him as my locker mate, and just coming in at the same time and forming that relationship, and then also just, you know, playing alongside him on the field, and just goes along with all those great memories. I think when it comes down to it, you know, we both absolutely love the game. I think we looked at it the same way. He was very, very smart. You know, I learned a lot from him in terms of not only just from the receiver position, but then also I think we just loved to have fun. You know, we kind of knew how to switch it on, how to switch it off, what moments to kind of joke around. I think at the end of the day, you know, we both recognize it's a lot of hard work. It's a tough sport to play, and you got to have fun doing it. I think when you find people with that same energy, that kind of reverberates through the locker room, and you know, just kind of lucky. It kind of helped, obviously, that he was my locker mate too, that we can always have those jokes before and after practice. But just a sense of relaxation and enjoying the game, but also knowing, you know, when the lights are on, he was one of the toughest guys I ever played with, and that's extremely motivating, and it just everything that comes along with that. Yeah, I think it's honestly you know, the friendship that is formed. I mean, I think, you know, everyone kind of wants that when you get to a team. I think professionally it happens for sure. I think it happens in a shorter amount of time. You know, I think of those 4 years as just being extremely lucky to have a guy that can push you, a guy that you can have fun with, you know, and on top of that, just being such a great player and working hard. I mean, I look up to that stuff. You know, and like I said, playing beside him, I mean, there were so many times that I look back on that we didn't have to say it, but it was almost like a look that we would give each other, and we would correct ourselves if we messed up in plays, and there would almost be like a weird telepathic thing that you would just play off each other. It's stuff like that that you can't really talk about in the meeting rooms. You don't expect it to happen. That's the beauty of kind of friendships and football, what's happening on the field. Those are the memories that stick out to me. You know, there's so many times I can laugh at situations where we ran a play that was not the play that was called, but somehow we sorted it out and the play went well, you know, and fans would never know any different. But for us, you know, those memories are the ones that stick out for sure.
When I say miracle on Bank Street, what comes to mind for you?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the greatest sports moments I've been around for. I have chills thinking about it. You know, it's a surreal moment that it's almost in slow-mo when it's happening. I was out in the flat watching the whole thing, and I think just the timing of it for the city, the timing of it for Greg, and proving it, especially against his former team, it's hard to put into words, you know, but just to be a part of that on the bench, I don't think you really realize in the moment until the dust settles, and, you know, as the years go by too, you look back at that, and yeah, I mean, just chills every time thinking about it. You know, it's hard to put into words. I mean, like I said, it's funny when you meet Americans and you're from completely different parts of North America, and just like that, it feels like you've known someone for however many years. But then just like that, you separate. And that's the part I always struggle with football. You know, it's part of it, but the thing you have to look at is those years that you're together are really, really special, and you know, I'll always cherish them. I mean, just a hell of a career. It's you know, just super lucky and proud that I was able to be there for part of it for him. I think for him, you know, just his consistency. I mean, I have these incredible images of people think the Miracle on Bank Street is the best play. There's so many little plays that I think back that just honestly wowed me in the moment in a game, which doesn't happen a lot. You know, just a hell of a career, and congrats, and enjoy when you're retired, and now we'll be laughing about how old and sore we are, which is great.